Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you on Friday, January the 3rd. The year is 2025. It's time for the weekly wrap-up. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. And since this is the first video I'm making this year, Happy New Year to you. And I want to remind all you traders to always have your risk management in place. Never lose more than you're willing to lose on any one single trade. I know if you've been watching my videos, you've heard that at least a time or two, but it's important. So, let's see, since we're starting out the new year, let's just take a look at the month so far. And the pound is like 106 pips below the monthly open. That's just over the past couple of days. 137 off the high, 51 off the low. For the week, all the gaps have filled. And you can see here, we are 169 pips below. Now 170 below the weekly open, 204 off the high, 51 off the low. Notice that the week started last year as opposed to the month starting on Wednesday. So, the opening range for the year is the same for the month because this is January. So you see we've got a pretty big opening range here. And for the week, we are below the opening range. We crashed through it on Thursday, yesterday, because Wednesday had the day off. And for the year, 105 below the open, same as the month. Oh, the high close, low close. Well, looks like I got to fix something in that indicator. Something's off. We'll get that cleared up. Inside bar 6 days ago. Lots of inside bar action on the charts here. You can see we're below the daily and weekly inside bar. The range, no pair over 100 pips today. I guess they're still taking it easy. Probably still, the main traders are probably away on vacation, leaving the youngsters behind, telling them not to do too much damage, I would imagine. You can see here we hit the buy zone in the Asian session, and price has just been continuing up. Range is too low for the rats. You can see here though, we're right on that smart rat zone edge right here. And for those of you wondering, yes, the smart rat, the range is still too low. Though you can trade it, but trade with caution. You know, grab a couple of pips. Don't try to hit the home run. See, the Bambino Flex indicator said short bias near the pivot short. We haven't quite hit today's pivot, but you can see we've gotten close and price keeps falling back down. So once again, daily pivot missed, weekly pivot taken out. And we haven't hit the monthly pivot, which is almost at 1.26. So we didn't have any missed monthly pivots last year. We had 2 weekly pivots missed last year. And on the day, 2 missed pivots last year, the daily pivots. So once again, highly profitable fading the pivots. Because remember, you don't have to hit the pivot to make money. Fading the pivot, for those just now tuning in, is you look at the open, you look at the pivot, you trade toward the pivot away from the open. And looks like the pound's moving up. And I had a trade on the pound. And I'm going to have to kick myself. As usual, I got out with a couple of pips because I was going to make the video, but price is continuing to the upward. I was looking at that H4 candle. Pretty much traded the open going north. But that's what happens sometimes. You can see here, we're pretty much ranging in this area. You know, you look left here, you see all these upper wicks, and that's all you see for the most part. It's upper wicks. That's telling you price doesn't want to go much higher. And you can see here, price is moving back down. It's been moving, you know, a lot almost every minute, meaning, you know, 4 or 5 pips a minute. Looking at the smart range so far this week, 255 pips, 83 percentile. A couple weeks ago we had 254. Okay, we broke out of the previous weekly high by 15 pips and out of the previous weekly low by 149. Once again, once those lines are set, they don't move. Something about these static horizontal lines, if you trade them, make sure you have your stops in place. But if you want to, especially on the weekly, if you've got the demeanor to hold on to those trades, hold them overnight, wait for 100 pips, or sometimes they pay off. Or even just to wait for 10 pips. I've been talking with Walmall and a few other traders, and you know, some of us are really thinking that all you have to do is, you know, make 5 or 10 pips a day, and it's like exercise. You maybe do 5 or 10 reps, and then you increase the weight. And then you do 5 or 10 more reps, then you increase the weight. So you're lifting more weight with the same number of reps. So you're making more money with the same number of pips. In other words, why sit here and trade all day or for hours when you could just maybe make your money in 1, 2, or 3 trades and be done for the day? And you can see here on the simple price action chart at M30 and H4, everything's green from the daily on. Nice little move there. As I mentioned before, you can see what price is doing. So looks like everything wants to push up. Once again, trading that H4 crossover right now would be worth 11 pips. Now 12. And in today's, you know, this trading here, you can pick up a couple of pips real quick, this type of movement. And so if 2 pips means 50 bucks, that's not bad. Even if 2 pips only meant 20 bucks, you can still, you know, you can start stacking the bills. And remember, when you enter a trade, what you're really doing is you're risking your capital. And if you really start to think in terms of risk, as opposed to, you know, trades, then it might change your perspective. You might say, no, I don't want to take that risk. As opposed to thinking, oh yeah, my indicators are telling me this, or my eyes are telling me this, or my gut, you know, whatever, the coin flipped, the roll of the dice. Because you have to remember, every time you win, it's luck. because you cannot control that outcome. And I know a lot of traders don't like to hear that. They like to argue, and that's their prerogative. They don't have to agree with what I say. But, it's hard to refute it because you can't control that outcome. I can't make price go up. I don't have enough money. So when the market smiles upon me after I enter a trade and it gives me an opportunity to take pips, I take the pips most of the time. So, since it is a new year, I'm wondering if there's any traders made any New Year's resolutions when it comes to trading. I'd be interested to hear them. So far you can see here we've got have the 2025 line here on the range by month, and right now we're down 0.88% from the monthly open. And we'll just walk through these. Range by month 88. Year-to-date accumulated range will be the same. Let's just move this out of the way here so you can see these lines. Let's see, close minus open, down 101 pips at the moment. The ATR, average true range is 366. So it looks like the average true range has been going down. But the important one, what's the ATR percent, which is range over the ATR. We're at 51. So you can see last year was the lowest in the past 20 years at 27. And at 51, we beat 2021. And we beat 2024. So I'm pretty sure this range percentage, or ATR percentage, will move up. Pretty sure it will. And we'll just have to wait and see what happens. And for the trade reminder, let's take a look at the month. We're below that lower wick zone of the previous month, seller strong control. Below the previous mid and the pivot. But you might want to look to fade that pivot. So when H4s are green, you might want to jump in long. We switch to the weekly. Previous week was an inside bar. You see we broke out of that. We're below that lower wick zone. And this, we have exceeded the previous week range. Seller strong control. Cross below the previous mid. Cross below the pivot. Got a higher high, lower low, outside bar this week. Nothing that interesting on the day. Lower high, higher low, inside bar. So, fellow traders, I'm going to wish you all a profitable 2025. I'm going to wish you a fun and safe weekend. And if you have any questions, always feel free to post them in the video comments or shoot an email my way. And I want you to always remember and never forget, when you're trading, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is TheRumpledOne, over and out.